the Road Critics, today's review, Secretariat.
You mean Seabiscuit? No, Racing Stripes. No, every other horse movie ever made. Secretariat is, what happens is that Diane Lane's mother dies. She goes back to deal with her father who's got Alzheimer's. So she's basically raising the horse farm, right? She's, picking up on her father's legacy. It's just like every other movie like this.
You really are.
No, that's not true. This is a true story.
I was not aware that.
And it's about the greatest racehorse of all time, Secretariat.
Naturally, she's a fucking natural about raising horses and knows more about it than any other person on the fucking planet. Because
that's not
this
true.
Is what
she
the
doesn't
story
act
says.
like she knows more about it.
Well, no, she knows.
She's the only female trying to compete with all these guys who think they know everything about it. Therefore, she needs to get herself in that mindset and look like, hey, I'm not dicking around here. I do know about this shit, and I'm going to learn about it.
She's fighting for her right.
I think this is a really well executed movie. I just think the script is not very good. The script, it's got some really weird dialogue in it, and some of the times like she's just speaking in inspirational quotes.
The whole
doesn't
point
quite
of the movie
work.
was to inspire.
Yeah, the whole
To inspire.
I like the movie.
That women are
I
just as
didn't.
equal as men.
I don't know how you can like this movie.
Well,
be
it's
honest.
simple. It's because the script isn't very good. There's a scene where she misses her daughter's Christmas pageant. I'm like, oh, come
Yes,
on.
that wasn't. That scene did not need to be there.
And also, here's the thing, though.
But no, that scene showed how much she sacrificed.
Here's the thing, though, is that there's no payoff for that scene. Like, there's no scene where her son...
That scene
let me
was showing how
talk
much she
here.
was sacrificing.
No, let me talk here, alright? There's no payoff for that, because you know what? She leaves her children alone, and they're like small kids.
They're
Right? She
small.
goes...
No, they're-
yes, they are.
No,
There's
they're
like
not.
five. Yeah, there's
Two of
like...
them were teenagers. They even mentioned
Two of them are like...
teenagers.
Well, two of them are like grade school.
Those chicken big ass titties.
Like, they totally disappear for a good chunk of the movie. So when it gives the impression...
Well, it's not about.
Let me talk, alright? But it gives the impression that she's totally left her family alone to do this, and she's sacrificing all of her family life to pursue this dream of hers. And her kids are totally fine with that. No fucking 4-year-old's going to be totally fine with
They
that.
weren't fucking 4.
There was like a 6-year-old and an 8-year-old too. Like, there was a bunch of... She had
There
like
was
4
4
kids. And 2 of them were like in grade school. But they're fucking loving her at the end of the movie. Like, not even at the... There's no scene where her kids are mad at her.
No, because their kids are supporting her. Look at when they went to the second race. They were supporting her from the house, watching the race.
They understood
on
what
TV.
she was doing. I don't know, smart
Kids don't
kids.
understand when their
Yes,
parents
they
are
do.
gone for months at a time.
Yes,
time.
they do.
No, they don't.
Yes.
Everyone was just okay with it. Like, there was her husband and her brother were the only people working against her because she's like, oh, you need $6 million because of the inheritance tax. And she's basically putting her ambitions over the welfare of her kids. But she's basically betting $6 million that her horse will win 3 races. And if she doesn't get that, they're fucked. Like, her kids would be out on the street. And that's really irresponsible.
Yeah, she was willing to risk it all. Her husband.
But she's not willing
just.
risking her all. She's risking the well-being of her children
Her
as
husband's
well.
a lawyer.
Yeah.
He has lots of money coming in.
Doesn't got $6 million.
They're not on the streets.
I think she's being extremely irresponsible with that.
It's still besides the point.
Okay, you know what? If you have a big problem with her, why don't you go find her?
I'm talking about the fucking movie. I'm talking about the movie version of her. I don't know if she was like this in real life.
And
all I'm watching is the Hollywood version of her life story.
According to her, that she did an interview with E.T., she said that the movie is closely resembled to her life.
I don't give a shit. Like I said, with the dialogue that I don't felt worked in some places, I didn't think that the characters were well developed at all, especially like the supporting cast. I did like John Malkovich though.
How do you know the characters weren't like that back then?
You need fleshed out characters for a movie, okay? And none of them felt
That
very
was based
fleshed
on
out.
someone's fucking life.
I don't give a fuck if it's based on someone's cutting life!
Who would have thought
Ricky!
the Disney Secretariat horse review would have turned into the most violent review of the ages?
Shut up, Ricky! Hey, Wolf Creek, that was based off a true story! This is great. These characters have no motivation whatsoever, just like real life. Anyway, Anyways, you know what? I'm sounding way more angry than I should, but I'm giving this movie a 3. It's fine for what it is. If you're looking for some inspirational, kiddie kind of Disney brand bullshit, here, very well executed, and I think people would like it. I didn't like it so much, but I wasn't pissed off or mad about it until Ricky kept interrupting me.
No, I thought it was a good movie. So you say rent it?
I say rent it because you know what?
I think it's
not. There's.
I think it's worth seeing.
I don't think it's worth.
I think it's. I give it a 4 out of 5.
Okay.
I liked it a lot. I thought it was funny. I thought it was entertaining. I thought it was well made. We all know the ending. We all know the finish. And the director, Randall Wallace, still made it so exciting and thrilling. We knew Secretariat won, but we were still sitting there puzzled in, like we did not know what was going to happen.
I was on the edge of my seat as JJ.
Yeah, you were.
And then you were like, yeah! It was like the Stampeders game or some shit.
Every time he won, I cheered inside the theater. People were looking at me. I didn't care.
It's a good movie. It's a good family movie. It's a good, uplifting, cheerful, true story. You can say the script's bad, and maybe it is. I'm not saying it's great because it's not. I think it's a good movie. It's a strong 4 out of 5. That's what all I can say about it.
This movie I really enjoyed. Like I said, I was on the edge of my seat when Secretariat was racing. There was times where I was screaming in the theater. People were looking at me. I really didn't care because I was really into this movie. I give it a solid 4. Definitely one of the better movies of
Just
this
a
year.
4? Because with the way you were, I thought you were going to give this a 5 or something. Because you seemed like you were so into this.
No, there were some problems with the movie, but
What did you think were problems?
Some parts it lacked in story, or lacked like just the way it was going.
The problems were, like you said, the script is weak, and the family scene. Those scenes are the weakest scenes, and that whole
especially the guy that played the husband,
Dylan Walsh.
Dylan Walsh, okay.
From fucking The Stepfather and Nip Tuck.
Oh, that guy.
Yes,
yeah.
that's him. Yeah, he wasn't very good in it. Diane Lane took the shitty script and made it somewhat.
Yeah, even, like, for the
enjoyable.
most part, Diane Lane got it right, but like I said, when she's, like, sounding like an inspirational poster. So, 2 4s, GOAT, and a 3.
You see, it's in a rent. It's a good movie. Like,
it's well executed.
It's good. I liked it. I'd tell you to see it.
I enjoy it.
Alright.
I'd tell you.
We're the Road Critics.
We'll see you next time.